Alrighty, today we're doing a review of the 2023 Toyota Camry SE. This is the all-wheel drive version right here in the Ice Edge color, I believe. Quick little walk around. I believe it has the 18-inch alloy wheels. Right here you can see the SE all-wheel drive badging. And this is going to be an in-depth review. My car's about to hit, this is my daily driver first of all, and it's about to hit 20,000 miles. I've had it for about 9 months and I've driven almost 20,000 miles on it. There's a bunch of stuff in the trunk, don't mind this, but there's a good amount of trunk space. This car came with a bunch of like WeatherTech, weatherproof little mats in the trunk and on the floorboards inside, but there's a lot of trunk space. You can there's a little latch right here and right over here, and if you pull these down, it'll allow you to fold back the seats in the back and basically just allow you to have a lot more cargo space if you want to load stuff back in here. While I'm doing this review, I'm also going to try to mention a bunch of like the annoying things about it, some of the stuff I've realized just from driving it almost 20,000 miles. And one of the things I want to mention is when you hold down the trunk, now it opens, but there's certain times when it's like kind of sticky where like you'll do it and it won't open all the way. You'll have to come and manually do it, which is a problem because it does not have a button to open the trunk. So the only way to open it is with this or the button inside. Anyways, I can start with the interior. As you can see, it's pretty standard, nothing too crazy. It does have blind spot mirroring or blind spot monitoring on both of the side mirrors. If I go ahead and start it up, one of the things that I really feel like should be better for this specific model, I mean, it's a 2023 sedan made by Toyota. I would expect it to have push to start, but unfortunately it just has this little key and you have to manually, you know, put it in. Anyways, I'm going to start it up. This is the SE all-wheel drive version, so it does have the little paddle shifters. They're not too bad and they're good enough for what you expect. They're not super responsive or anything, but they definitely get the job done. This is kind of a more in-depth view of the inside cabin. It does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and my specific version does have heated seats. It has automatic high beams, which you can turn on and off right here, and then a heated steering wheel, which you can turn on and off right here as well. But the digital dash is really nice because it's just easier to see the information, the mileage, the speed. If I go through it right here, driving support, pre-collision system, blind spot monitoring. It has a rear backup camera that like allows you to see. It will basically beep if there's like cars coming from either way to help you back up, make sure you don't crash. There's settings right here. There's lane keep assist. There is crash detection. There's obviously adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring from the mirrors. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the dash. You can see the fuel economy right over here. I'm averaging 31.6, and I'm averaging 31.6, but you have to keep in mind that I do always drive my car on eco mode. As you can see right here, it's always in eco. These are the three modes: eco, normal, and sport. It does have brake hold and it has automatic parking brake. So let's say I'm in drive and then I put it in park. If you listen, the brake is automatically applied, which is really nice and really convenient. There is a good amount of space in the center console. It does have partial leather seating. I don't think this part is leather, but anything else is leather. This is the glove compartment, decent amount of space, nothing too crazy, pretty standard. And then let me show you guys the back of the car. Alrighty, so in the back, it's pretty standard. I'm about 5'8", but there's a good amount of legroom back here, especially if you want to move up the seats a little bit. There is a dual rapid charge USB system back here if you want to charge your devices. Like I said, both of these seats can actually fold down if you just go in the back of the trunk and pull that little latch. I'd say the things I like most about the car is obviously the reliability. I mean, I've had it for less than a year and I've driven already almost 20,000 miles. Not a single problem, just regular oil changes, whatever. The transmission is really smooth and it's really quiet, like zero road noise. it's not revving high to maintain a certain speed. So if you're doing a lot of highway driving, road trips, this is the perfect car. The blind spot monitoring, like on the mirrors, is extremely accurate, and where I would advise you guys not to obviously rely on it completely. In this car, I have noticed it's a lot better and a lot more accurate than some of the other cars I've driven. The other thing I love about this car is that all of the windows are fully automatic. So as you guys can tell just from some of the standard driving going on so far, it's very smooth, very responsive. I would say the biggest thing that sets this apart from something like the Honda Accord is basically just the smoothness, the quietness. And it really does, like, I would say the biggest thing that surprised me about this car was how little road noise it has. It's a very quiet and smooth driving car. It steers very nicely. And it's very just like, it almost feels like you're just floating. It doesn't really matter what speed you're going at. The transmission's very smooth. Right now we're about 45 miles per hour. And I'm barely pressing on the gas, and it's just very smooth with little to no road noise. So if you're doing a lot of highway driving, somewhere where there's not a lot of potholes, you know, good, flat, paved roads, it's an amazing car. This is the all-wheel drive version. It's amazing in the snow. I've personally taken this car to West Virginia where there's been 4 or 5 inches of snow, and it's literally been amazing. So I would definitely recommend this car to anyone looking for just a good daily driver. I do think, like, there's been no issues with this car, and I literally plan on driving this car till like 300,000-400,000 miles till it dies, because it's such a great affordable option, and it just works so well that there's no reason to, you know, want any better. And then before I end the video, I did want to show you guys the backup camera. So something I really like about this is, like I mentioned earlier before, if there was a car coming here or here, it would start beeping, let you know there's a car coming. There are a few different options. There's this like wider angle, there's this one which is more narrow, and then this one which allows you to see the lines and whatnot. I normally keep it in this mode, and what I really like about it is not only does it turn with the yellow bars, but there's the blue bars that always stay stable. So I feel like when you're backing up into a parking spot, it makes it a lot easier than some other cars, just by the fact that, you know, it has the blues which are staying stable, so it always lets you know when the car is straight, and it just makes it really easy to park.